move over this way if you'd like. You can move in front of these instruments.
I always have to clear my whole life. Right? I don't get it.
Perfect. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm like a little south of like.
Down this way, Kelly. Thank you. There we go. I need for you to please. We are going to do switch gears for just 1 second. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, be a group. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, be a group. And 1, 2, 3, 4, be a group. I need for you. I need for you to please figure out a way to show me, not tell me, show me as a group, your favorite recess time activity. Go.
I was just thinking lay on the ground. Just lay on the ground. Or swear on.
Now you may not talk. Figure out a way to show me your favorite recess time activity without talking to your group. Use nonverbal communication. Go. And you actually have to show me. Okay? Are you all going on the monkey bars at once? That seems crowded. Okay? Ah, yeah. Are you seriously standing in a circle and just tagging people? That does not seem like fun. Okay, a string of monkey bars. Cool. I like that. Seesaws over here. They're stationary. Playing tag. Red Rover. I love it. Oh, are you all doing monkey bars too? Is that how you do monkey bars, Sarah? Okay. Jump rope. Open up.
Run over and like.
Okay. Well, if you can come back to the circle, please. I did not see my favorite recess time activity. I was a very fat child who did not do a lot of physical activity. So my favorite recess time activity was the swing. Okay? Can you please show me what a swing would look like? Go. Good. So I see a lot of people that are rocking back and forth. Can we all rock back and forth like this, please? And just repeat after me. Swing, 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 swing.
Swing, 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 swing.
Swing, 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 swing.
Swing, 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 swing.
I like swinging. I like swinging.
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 Good. Can we please pretend that our swing, the chains have detached from the bar, and that we are swinging over the playground? Okay, so you need to travel. So watch me. Swing, 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 swing. Join me when you think you can. Swing, swing,
swing, swing, swing,
swing, swing. How would you like to go up in the swing?
How would you like to go up in the swing?
How would you like to go up in the swing?
How would you like to go up in the swing?
Up in the air so blue.
Up in the air so blue.
So how many times are we dividing the beat now? 3 instead of our typical 2. All right? So watch me. How would you like to go up in the swing? Up in the air so blue. 1, 2, join me and go. How would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's a pleasantest thing.
Oh, I do think it's a pleasantest thing.
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing
ever a child can do.
ever a child can do.
Good, and I see a lot of people on this. No, it's fine. It's okay.
do this.
Yeah, you can. Instead of you're keeping the macro beat here and the micro beat here.
What are the words again? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're gonna repeat them over and over and over again. No big deal. So if you can't do this, thank you. If you can't do this, just keep a steady beat right here. Okay? Here we go. Watch me. How would you like to go up in a swing?
How would you like to go up in the swing?
Up in the air so blue.
Up in the air so blue.
Make it longer. How would you like to go up in the swing? Up in the air so blue.
Up in the air so up in the swing. Up in the air so blue.
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing.
Oh, I do think it's a pleasantest thing.
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing
Oh, I do think it's a pleasantest thing
ever a child can do.
ever a child can do.
Here's the whole thing. Listen. How would you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Go. How would you
Like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue.
Oh, oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Again. How would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Good. Move her back into a circle, please. Listen to me. I need for you all to move this way towards the middle of the room. Move towards the middle of the room and sit down so you can see this board. See the whiteboard. Can you see this? Yeah, this is a girl on a swing. No, it's not Halloween. It's an actual swing. I know. It's very strange. So listen to me. Watch. How would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Now you'll notice that some of the girls are bigger than the other ones, right? Why do you think that is? They get more emphasis, maybe?
Lower, longer?
What? What? What, Katie? You hold them out longer. So if they're the same size, you probably would say them at this, like, for the same duration. So how would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do.
I have a question.
Yes.
This, the third line,
Uh-huh.
the last word, are you saying sing or swing or sting?
How would you, what do you mean?
Like, what's the word?
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child. Well, just for future reference, I've taught this for 4 years in a row now, and nobody's ever asked me that question.
Are you
So I'm dead serious, yeah. So that's why I was confused. Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do.
That's sweet.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Say the whole thing with me. 1, 2, and ready, and go. How would you like to go up in the swing, Up in the air, so blue. It's not the sky, we're going where? Up in the air, so blue. Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. So what do we know about these two words? They're held off for the same amount of time. Also, what happens to them? How do they sound?
The same.
They sound the same. Why do they sound the same, Elizabeth?
Because they're the same picture.
Okay, they are the same picture, but they're two different words, but why would they sound the same? Because they rhyme. Yeah. So, up in the air so blue. Well, how would you like to go up in a swing? And what's this word here?
Blue.
Thing. So, try this. And we're going up in the air so blue. 1, 2, and keep the steady beat here. Ready, and go. How would you like to go up in a swing? Up in the air so blue. Oh, oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Thumbs up if you can say that. 1, 2, without me go. How would you like to go up in a swing? Up in the air so blue.
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do.
Good.
Do you hold that last one out, or no?
Yeah, these two get 2 beats. Blue, do. Okay? So, look. How would you like to go up in a swing? And always close to the NG, swing, because it makes it sound better. So, listen again. How would you like to go up in a swing? What am I doing here by drawing this out like that? I'm showing you what? When you should go up and down, okay? And what do we call that?
A visual.
A visual aid that depicts what? The notes, or what are we singing? Are we singing harmony? Are we singing rhythm? What are we singing? We're singing a melody. So this is called a melodic contour map. Remember how me saying that a melodic contour map could be used when you do your second micro teach? So this is a melodic contour map. So it shows exactly where the notes are going for each line and how long we're supposed to hold them out. So these girls are all the same size so that you know that each one is what? The same length. So, how would you like to go up in a swing? Sing that back to me. Ready? And go.
How would you like to go up in a swing?
And you'll also notice, look, are these step notes or skip notes or repeated notes? Step. And what about from here to here? A skip. Yeah. So sing that first line for me. Ready? And go.
How would you like to go up in a swing?
And the next one is up in the air so blue. Sing that.
Up in the air so blue.
Yeah, and look what the melody does. What about this note right here, this girl right here? Longer or shorter? A little bit longer, okay? Up in the air so blue. Step note, skip note, repeated note.
Step.
Good. So put those 2 lines together. Here we go. 2, and ready, and go.
How would you like to go up in a swing? Up in the air so blue.
Thumbs up, do it without me. 1, 2, and ready, and go.
How would you like to go
Up in a swing, up in the air.
so blue?
Good. Now this note right here, watch this. Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing. Sing that with me. Oh,
I do think it's the pleasantest thing.
and what do you think about this note and that note? They're the same because they're on the same what? On the same level, right. Oh, I do the pleasantest thing. Okay. Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing. Sing it with me. Ready? And go.
Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing
The next part is ever a child can do.
ever a child can do.
Thumbs up if you think you might be able to do the whole thing. Maybe. Try it with the piano. 2, and ready from the beginning.
How would you like to go up in the street?
Up in the air.
Up in the air, so blue.
Oh, what do you think? And
Oh, what do you think is the pleasantest thing
ever.
ever a child can do?
One more time. 1, 2. And if you want to sway in your seats, that would be good. Keep that. We call this this is now in compound meter and not in simple meter. Everything that we've been doing so far has been in simple meter. Queen, Caroline, washed her hair in turpentine. Okay? There's only one way to divide those notes up. You have a whole beat or you can have 2 halves, right? Well, this one, compound meter, is when you can divide the beat into 2 different things. So I can have a beat divided into 2. How would you like to go up in a swing? That's the macro beat. Or I can have it divided into 3s. How would you like to go up in a swing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now our new time signature for this song is in 6/8, because there's 6/8 notes in a measure, and the 8th note actually gets the beat. Okay? And we'll go over that later. But we're now in compound meter, which means that I can divide it into 2 or 3. Okay? Let's try this whole thing. 1, 2, and ready, go.
How would you like to go up in the swing? Up in the air, so blue.
Oh, what do you think? Oh, what do you think? It's
The pleasantest thing ever a child can do.
thumbs up. Cool. Try it again without me. 1, 2, ready, go.
How would you like to go up in a swing? Up in the air, so blue. Oh, what do you think is the pleasantest thing ever a child can do?
Good. Here's the next verse. The exact same notes. It's the exact same shape. Okay? So remember when I said that your swing had detached from the bars? Okay. So, up in the air and over the wall.
Up in the air and over the wall.
Good. So when I was teaching at a school in West Virginia, there was 86 students in the entire school, K through 5. It was really cute, all right? So, and it was awesome because I could do anything with them. But they lived on a big, the school was on a huge mountaintop on like 20-some acres of land, all right? So my dad lived right around the corner on a 60-acre farm. And the reason I got the job, I think, well, I was a good teacher, and secondly, my dad used to date the principal. So, funny little backstory. So, anyways,
Is this a private school?
no, it's a public school. So they dated in high school, and like I got the job like 40 years later or whatever, you know. So, but like she knew my family really well, and she was awesome. So she really wanted me at her school. And I could do like anything I wanted to with the students there because they were amazing, amazing. You know how they talk about how schools in Finland are wonderful? Okay, and you know why the schools in Finland are wonderful? First of all, they don't test a lot of the students, okay, that are below, like if they would be in a special ed or have an IEP, they don't test them. Secondly, the country is very homogenous. There's no diversity whatsoever. Okay, I mean there is, but there's minimal diversity. So you don't have, so everyone is of the same culture. So you can teach from that culture, and it makes a lot of sense. Okay? So whenever they take a standardized test, it's a standardized test designed by people who live and work in that country. Whenever students in America take a standardized test, it's designed by white men that live and work in London, across the pond. Okay? So it's not a true representation of what's happening in America, all right? So however, the school, and I say that I could do whatever I wanted to with these students in West Virginia, is because, guess what? It was a homogenous school, where everyone was from the same exact culture, including myself. So I could do whatever I wanted to with them, and the parents trusted me, and like they did some like amazing musical stuff in the school with just 86 kids. It was awesome. So just keep that in mind as you're teaching them. I'm going to make a reference later. So, but anyways, on the playground, they had a huge fence, not to keep anybody out, but to keep, not to keep anybody in, but to keep the cows and chickens out of the schoolyard. Like, seriously. So anyway, so I'm swinging at Confidence. The school's name was Confidence, which is really cute too. And so my chain detaches from the top bar, and I swing up in the air, and I go over the wall of the playground. Okay?
Wait, real?
So, no. So up in the air and over the wall. Do this with me. Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide.
Till I can see so wide.
So I'm going up in the air and over the wall, and I can see a lot of different things because I'm high in the air now, right? So what do you think I would see if I was going over this land in West Virginia, these rolling mountains and farms? What do you think I would see if I went up in the air and over the wall? Animals. What kind of animals do you think, Tiffany?
Cows and chickens.
Cows and chickens. I love that. What else?
Trees.
Trees. Yeah. Lots of trees. Now, and you know that has anybody ever been to West Virginia? It is like the most beautiful state in the entire nation. It's gorgeous, okay? Just a little plug there, you should go to the New River Gorge, is where I almost died last weekend. You should go there, not whitewater raft, but just go to hike and zip line and like do the New River if you want a whitewater raft. And so there's also lots of old rivers and creeks because the Appalachian Mountains are very old and they've been cut with those rivers. So I would see rivers and trees and cattle and all. Rivers and trees and cattle and all over the countryside.
Over the countryside.
So I would go up in the air and over the wall till I can see so wide.
Up in the air and over the wall till I can see so wide.
Rivers and trees and cattle and all
Rivers and trees and cattle and all
over the countryside.
over the countryside.
Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go.
Up in the air and over the wall till I can see so wide.
Rivers and trees and cattle and all
Over the countryside.
Thumbs up if you can do that. Okay, so I saw some maybes. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, and ready, and go. Up in the air and over the wall.
Till I can see so wide.
Rivers and trees and cattle and all.
Over the countryside.
Okay, so I taught this song in the Bronx when I was teaching in New York City. And I taught this exact same version. And I said, your swing detaches and you go over the wall. What do you think you see? Now in the Bronx, they have literally 16-foot fencing around their playground, which consists of a basketball court. All right? So it's a little bit different cultural reference there, right? They swore up and down that I was saying castle for 3 weeks because they had no idea what cattle was. Why would they know that, right? So when you're teaching your students, make sure that you know their background, because even though we all speak English, well actually about 55% of my students did not speak English at all. And most of them spoke Spanish, or they were from the French Congo in Africa. They spoke like a dialect of French that I'm super unfamiliar with. And so, that being said, make sure that you know culturally where your students are coming from. It's called being a culturally responsive teacher. Okay? And they talk about it a lot, right, in your classes, but I never had seen that until I got outside of my own. I mean, sometimes in West Virginia I would see it, but very rarely. Yes, ma'am?
Sorry, you don't have to give a big long thing, but I just want to know kind of like, what do you do when your students don't speak the language? I mean, how do you handle that?
I just teach like I would normally teach.
Like, no, you don't,
Music's different than a regular classroom,
okay.
okay? So when I was and we can talk about this at another time,
Yeah.
like in depth.
Yeah.
But music is different. Everything that we've done here is basically what? Repetition and echo imitation, right? I'm modeling for you what I want from you. And that's an easy way to access information.
So they
Music's
can't really
also-
sing. They can't really sing the song.
Sure they can.
They can.
Yeah. They just don't
They just
they
don't
might
know
not
what they're
comprehend the
saying.
words.
Okay.
But they can go like this. Yeah.
Instead
And don't
of
you
they
think
can
that's
learn the words
I mean, think
and
about
stuff.
it. Do you sing Feliz Navidad?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and you learn it through repetition.
Right.
Okay.
So I would spend more time teaching the lyrics in the Bronx than I would in West Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? Or here in Kentucky.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
And I would make sure, and I had to bring in pictures of cattle. And like pictures of different rivers and trees. And like what a countryside would look like. Because the only point of reference is the Bronx, which is the concrete jungle. Okay? You think I'm joking? I'm not. I taught in an area that was 1 mile away. My subway stop was, you all are probably too young, but they did a documentary on HBO called Hookers on the Point. About this Hunts,
Subway stop was?
what is it?
Never mind. I was saying, is that where your subway stop was?
Yeah, it was called Hunts Point, all right, in the middle of the Bronx, where the hookers would hang out with the drug dealers. Like, legit, yeah. And so, like, there was a police officer in my elementary school. Like, all schools in New York City had police officers in them. It was interesting to teach there. Yes?
Not to teach you that. How did you get that job?
Okay, so...
How did you end up from West Virginia?
Well, see, because that's what I asked you, because that like kind of thing interests me.
Okay, so
Tell us your life
I know.
story.
Sorry. You don't
let's
have to-
let's do this
Yeah.
song, and we'll stop in 10, 15 minutes, and we'll talk about that because I do want to share that with you, and I think it's important and valid for you all to hear that. So, okay, so up in the air and over the wall till I hear do this with me. Ready and go.
Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide. Rivers and trees and cattle and all, over the countryside.
Sing that. Here we go. Go.
Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide. Rivers and trees and cattle and all, over the countryside.
2 verses together, okay? How would you like to go? Here we go. 1, 2, and ready and go.
How would you like to go up in the sea?
Up in
The air so blue.
Oh, what'd you think? Oh, why'd you think it's so pleasant? Ever
Every child can do.
up in the air.
Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide.
Rivers and trees.
Rivers and trees and cattle and all, over the countryside.
Stand up and sing that. Ready? Go.
How would you like to go up in the sea? Up in the air so blue. Would you think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do? Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide. Rivers and trees and cattle and all, over the countryside.
Cool. Who thinks that they can do this part? Swing, 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 swing. Give me a thumbs up if you can do that part. Cool. Emily, come do it. Thank you. Ready for this?
Don't sweat.
You're gonna do this part. Swing, 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 swing. Got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go. You might want to sit on the floor and grab a little chair. Bum, 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 bum. Start on the F. 2 C's in a row back to F. F, C, C, go. F. F, C, C, F, F, C, C, F. 1. Actually, just alternate. F, C, F, C. 1, 2, and we're ready, and I go. 1, 2, sing it, go.
How would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's so pleasant to sing, ever a child can do.
Good. Yeah, you can if you want. I need for somebody that thinks they can do this part. Swinging, 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 swinging. Who can do that part? Natalie, come here. Alex, come here. Liz, come here. Sarah, come here.
Emma didn't.
Grab one of each of these xylophones.
Which Sarah? You
I don't care.
You go, please.
Okay, grab one of these. Good. Sit on the floor and face the board. Or sit around Emily, that's fine. Take all the bars off except for, actually, take the B off, your B's. Yeah, you did. Just take the B's off. Here, Natalie. Take the B's off. Just the first B. There you go, just the first B. Here you go, Alex. So your job is to play swinging, swinging, F, G, A, C, F, G, A, C, over and over, please. F. Take the B off. Take this B off.
Yeah, I know. It's so creepy.
F, G, A, C. Good, who thinks they can do this part? Swing, 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 swing. Morgan Dunlap, come here, please.
Go, girl.
F, C, F, C, F, C, F, C. What? No, you're gonna, I'm playing them backwards. So F, C, F, slow C, F, F, C. Got it? Okay. Will you please sit down? Thank you so much. Careful, Elizabeth. Okay. Are you ready? Let's put our instruments together. Here we go. Let's start with Emily. F. F, C, F, C. Make sure you're together with Emily. Listen. Swinging, swinging, ready, go. Good, and stop. I would like everyone to raise their right hand, please, and say I. Will not freak out. Okay, good. So let's start that again. I'm going to bring in the piano part. Actually, I'm going to sing the part with you. Here we go. Bum, C, ready, go. Morgan, go. F, G, A, C, ready, go. Remember how I said compound meter means you can divide the beat into 2 or to 3? They're playing in 2 and you're going to be singing in 3. How would you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Here we go, sing those 2 verses, go.
How would you like to go up in the swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child can do.
Can you all keep them going until I point to you to stop? Okay, so good. That's fine. I'll come make sure that you can hear me. Okay, so I'm going to put the piano part with it now. Instrumentalists. Here's what you need to listen. Stop for a second. Here's what you need to listen to are these 2 people right here. Because you all have the hardest part. You're trying to divide the beat into 2, and it doesn't feel natural. But it's going to sound really cool once we do it. Okay? Let's start with Emily. So we're going to start with our instrumentals. So we're going to build from the bottom up. A little bit slower. Just, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. F, G, A, C, ready, go. F, G, A, C, Don't freak out. 1, 2, ready, sing.
How would you like to go up in the sky, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's so pleasant to say, whatever a child can do. Up in the air and over the wall, sometimes it seems so wild. Rivers and trees and castles and all, over the countryside.
Stop. Keep on going. Oh, no. Don't stop until I point to you. Let's try the whole thing one more time. Don't. No. I pointed to Alex and then I pointed to you and then Liz stopped when you did. So okay. So don't stop until I tell you to. One more time. Stand up and sing the whole thing. And like really actually sing it. And do the motions with it because half of you forgot what was happening. Okay, and then once we're done with this, we will stop. We'll put the instruments up, put the chairs together, and then we'll talk a little bit about life, I suppose. So, here we go. Ready, and go. Morgan, go. F, G, A, C, F, D, go. Bum, 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 bum.
How would you like to go up in the street, up in the air so blue? I do think it's so pleasant to say, whatever a child can do.
Up in the air.
Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so high.
Until I point to you.
Rivers and trees and castles and all, over the countryside.
F! Wait, F! Thank you, okay. Yeah, so like you have to look at me too, yeah.
Look at you and at the same time.
Come on now. Crazy. Okay, put the instruments up. Dylan, will you please put this back up where you found it for me? It goes down into the slot. No, the slot. See where the handle is? Yeah, there you go. Cool. And if you have an instrument, will you take it back over there once everybody gets situated?
I'm sorry, my serious. Here, you can just take that shirt off and I'll slap it.
The same,
I just made my day.
What? I know. It's okay. Hey, if you have mallets, Sarah, and we take the mallets out before you put it on and bring them over here. Rachel, will you push pause on that or just the record button? It's on the back side.
This one?